Yo.
We are just about 9 miles from downtown Manhattan as EA Sports brings you to MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the New York Giants. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from MetLife Stadium. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now. Operating from the gun, Jones looking for Shepard deep. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
An early message that this secondary is going to be tested, because even though it fell incomplete, it almost felt like a warning shot to get things going.
Here's Jones to throw on third down. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. They'll get 15 and a Giants first down. Back to throw. Jones. He finds him again. Saquon Barkley. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
What's going on, John?
They'll look to throw again. They'll get this out to Barkley complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a Giant first down on a gain of 16.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. A first down carry for Barkley. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
From the 33, here's second down and 7. They'll run it again. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Up the middle with Barkley. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Tershawn Wharton, the one to get him to the ground on the defensive side.
Early down stuff's
what's going on?
Position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Gonna throw deep for the end zone.
Oh my God.
Incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there on the opening drive, but that ball's incomplete.
They'll try to capitalize on play number 11 of this opening drive. Third and goal. Looking to throw. Jones. Hard throw. Incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Gano's kick is good. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead.
That's it, y'all boys.
To overcome the field position, get into field goal range on the game's opening possession.
And Brandon, I think from where they started, the initial thought was, can we get 1 or 2 first downs and help out our defense after we pump the ball away with field position? But as that drive went on, I think their sights got set a little bit higher. They were thinking touchdown, ended up settling in between and coming away with a field goal.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up first and 10 at their own 26. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Oh, he got that one.
Drive 17 yards and moves the sticks. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. Pacheco gets it up the gut. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Nice chunky yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Here now, 3rd and a yard. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he is caught. And he will have a Chiefs first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 4. Now here's Mahomes. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Rolling to his left. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Eluding the pressure right.
Got him.
Be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Here's Mahomes to throw. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that that could be a really, really frequent combination. And he's got it. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. They're not going to kick it. A chip shot, but they're going for it down 3 on 4th down. Mahomes takes it himself, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown.
The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Chiefs' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
4th and goal, and they just tell the leader of this offense to sneak it in there, and he got it done.
Yeah, all you're trying to do is follow the wedge that's created in front of you. Center, guards, tackles. Just get low, fire out, and you get low right behind them and get it over the goal line.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Jones on 1st and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And Barkley did not get there. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
He handed it off there, but I don't really know if he would have kept it or tried to do anything else if it would have mattered.
Yeah, it's not always a wrong read when a play gets stacked up. Sometimes they're just at the line of scrimmage with just too many bodies to maneuver.
And as a result, now they're looking at a 4th down.
They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. Now Jones, a final shot before break. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Oh, poor decision there, and it's going to be intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Giants are going to take over here up near the 40. That is a tough way to start the 3rd quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. They'll go to Barkley again. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 48 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
A handoff, Barkley running left. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Barkley inside handoff. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
No!
3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the 1st half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the 1st target of the 2nd half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Back to throw. Jones. Oh, hit as he This is going to be incomplete. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front They won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Throwing is Mahomes on third, escaping the pressure right. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on third down.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. That's laid out deep for Rice. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take...
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Down to the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, 45 yards. And the Giants have moved out in front here in the final minute of the third quarter. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead is now 10-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now, the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
Now Mahomes on the move to his left. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Understanding he's just down one possession, trying to make something happen by extending the play, but the coverage downfield was excellent. He escaped and bought some time, but that one goes incomplete.
Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it, and it'll be a turnover on downs. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game, 1st and 10 here. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Jones now on first down. He's got Bellinger. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now they'll have it 1st and goal. That gain of 17. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They quit out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things.
Oh, they quit. They quit. They quit. Coco. Six wins, 4 losses. Out of 10 games. Coco, on the paper. Get up. Oh. Why is it so hard for me to find a place? Why is it so hard for me to find someone to play? I can't find no one to play. I can't find no one to play.
The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara.
Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the San Francisco 49ers. Now the Michigan man, Jake Moody, to get us started.
And we are underway from Santa Clara.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
And no chance. They begin with a run by Barkley.
Up to the 20.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
From the 20, here's the 2nd and 8. In motion, Slayton. 2nd down, here's Barkley again.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Jones. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defender's minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
Now on 4th down, they throw the deep ball, but it winds up to be incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs.
On 1st down, Purdy.
Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
Now Purdy.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
From the 8, they've got it 1st and goal. Shotgun now with Purdy.
This is caught. Touchdown. George Kittle from 8 yards out.
Okay, good one, good one.
On the board first here this afternoon.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
Moody good with the extra point.
And that makes the score 7-0.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Again, it's Barkley. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team Defensive tackles, because we asked them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Out of the gun now on third down.
Why is not passing?
Get there. Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on fourth. They're going to try a second time. Oh, he fakes a spike.
What the fuck?
Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby Okereke. And the Giants are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's
What the fuck?
This is the turning point.
Oh my gosh, yo.
It could cost them a ball game. Yeah, offenses always try to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back, because they understand you can only go to the well so many times in a game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern, because once you start in a certain pattern, you wonder, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. They'll run for it with Barkley. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They start.
Oh, that's some bullshit.
7-0 on EA Sports.
He was damn sure across the fucking line with the ball.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
A 2nd down throw for Purdy.
This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end.
And Kittle going to have a 49ers first down as he gets this down to the 13-yard line.
Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Bobby Okereke. And the Giants are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line.
Talanoa Hufanga in on the stop. 2nd and 9.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. They got his man complete.
Still going inside the 20.
Touchdown Giants. Sterling Shepard, 92 yards.
And the Giants are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
So from back deep in their own territory, all the way into the end zone, do you think they expected to score on that one?
I'm not sure they expected to score, but they also showed that they're not averse to taking a little bit of a risk there, right? Taking a chance, because the normal call is take care of the football, run it, be safe. Instead, they put it in the air and took a gamble, and it paid off in a big way. That wasn't an analytics call. That wasn't a fantasy guy's call. That was like a video game call right there.
It was a little bit of a video game call, but it worked. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Now a 2nd and 10. Throwing Jones. This pass into the hands of Bellinger. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Jones. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Back to throw again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Gano's kick is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now this throw caught left side. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Purdy looking to throw on 1st down here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Giants are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Throwing to start the drive. Jones got a man open. It's Darren Waller. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. 2 yards to go, 2nd down. operating from the gun. Jones into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Fred Warner. And the Niners are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today. I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
Purdy now to throw.
And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Continued struggles here in the second quarter, and to me, you can pin a lot of them on an inability to convert 3rd downs. Add that most recent incompletion to the list of examples.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. Olszewski now to return.
Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
A 1st down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
And he's going to have a Niners 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up the 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Getting out a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
47 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now this time they'll throw it. Here's Purdy. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. When we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Purdy with it on 3rd and long.
Touchdown 49ers. George Kittle, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Niners have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. An extra point try now for Moody.
And that makes it 14-10.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one.
What the fuck is he throwing?
Just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
A handoff to Barkley. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Giants on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
Taken in by his big tight end. And he will have the Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Here's Jones throwing on 1st down. That's complete left side to Shepard. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
They'll look to throw again.
Oh! Well!
And it's intercepted. Picked up by Ambry Thomas.
Boy, Brandon, that's what I'd call an ill-advised pass right. Instead, he's trying to hit a home run. You've got to really like your your chances if you're going to take a shot like that.
McCaffrey running up the middle. The tackle there by the safety, Xavier McKinney.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the four fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the four fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. Now the objective there, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
What the fuck?
He's got a man complete. Touchdown.
How he back here by his goddamn self?
So often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over, and here a late turnover leads to a fourth quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Yeah, the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score.
Yo, who the fuck is blocking?
Defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete.
Now this thrown deep for Slayton.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga.
And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 86 yards now for McCaffrey. It's a first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. They're leading the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A give running left, it's McCaffrey.
Yo. Why did my game freeze?
Touchdown run. And the 49ers have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. Moody good with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now.
I can't push triangle.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
He's going to let it fly. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Oh, game is over.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Connects with Kittle underneath. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Purdy looking to throw. This one caught by Kittle. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Throwing here, Purdy. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
2nd and 10. Purdy will look to throw again here. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And the Giants will take over here at their own 12-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll bring up 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. Just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The 49ers get the win here at home as we say so long from Santa Clara.
Oh shit, Coco. I gotta win. What's going on?
This is the NFL on EA Sports as we welcome you to MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford, New Jersey.
Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the New York Giants.
All right, Crazy Bear. What is this, Crazy Bear?
Crazy beware.
Better beware, Crazy.
All right, let's see this out. I'm gonna leave a legacy on you.
Two teams have met in Super Bowl 35 down in Tampa. The Ravens and Giants are under.
All right, we're gonna see.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
We gonna try to leave a legacy.
Oh, you from B-More?
What happened?
You from B-More?
Nah, I'm from Chi-Town.
Huh? Oh, you from Chicago?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Right to the air is Jackson.
Being chased out left. And a big loss here as he's taken.
Yo, I swear to God, I do the same thing. When you push the button, they don't even fucking operate like that no more.
Something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are.
Yeah,
They're a
right
crowd
there.
unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after them early.
Give him 7 there on the tuck and roll.
That happened with the game before. I played you. Somebody I was playing, and he didn't even throw the ball. He just stood there.
When he tries to run, they did a pretty good job of it there.
And you know it's so difficult for every defense that has to prepare for Lamar Jackson? You have to think and play at the same
Ay, caramba, muchacho.
like something you're supposed to do. But when you have to think about your assignments against him, it often slows down your feet. You don't move as fast. You got to be prepared for this guy every step of the way. And
Come on, get into it.
athleticism.
2nd down and 3.
We do it all. We do it all.
They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins.
Get off me,
And
boy.
a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted.
Thank you. Thank you.
The opening drive turnover. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his
Yeah.
caliber, an opening
It
drive
shouldn't.
interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along.
Come on, Saquon.
Probably give a little
Where
nod
you
of
want?
respect across the field for that one.
They get a first down. they,
That was an
they get a first down.
What happened? That's when you're seeing guys doing their
stop this
job,
and go right
and then
here.
some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create...
Yo!
Throw of the game, going to be
Excuse me, sir.
intercepted.
Excuse me.
Kyle Hamilton picks
Excuse me,
it.
sir.
How the fuck was he in the crowd with everybody?
6 and a Raven
You better be
touchdown.
careful, son.
Well, what a response.
That's some
Defense
bullshit
needed to
right
charge
there.
because They just saw their offense throw the interception. They come out there, not only get an interception of their own, but they take it back for the touchdown.
I won't sing it
Excuse me,
because
sir.
no one wants to hear that, but perhaps
Who
in
are you
early
throwing it
cases,
to
anything
anyways?
you can do.
I was throwing it to Saquon.
Defenses,
I didn't
a lot
know
of
what
people
Saquon
came
was
expecting
getting
the offense to
blocked.
light
There was
this
nobody
game
there.
up, but so far, the defenses are stealing the show.
Yo, that's some major bull.
Connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Oh my gosh.
We straight.
Now I gotta get on my Dean.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And this is going to be a return from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
I know, that's what was so sad about it. They just looking at him like, what we supposed to do?
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Apple.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
What the? Oh my gosh, yo.
And you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say,
I'm so glad they traded. I'm so glad they traded him, yo.
You're right back out on the field with a
Daniel Jones.
Yeah, I know. He's garbage, though. Where you going?
What the? Yo, the shit said pass, and I'm pushing the button, and he's not doing nothing.
And this play's still live. He faked the spike, gonna throw it. Jones hit in the ball's out.
Oh my, yo, I'm ready to throw the fucking controller right now, yo.
Lucky they were able to keep the football, but now fourth down.
Oh no.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. One, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But two, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Oh my gosh, like who the fuck is my O-line?
Incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Nah, you good, man. They just garbage.
Super garbage.
Their O-line is garbage in real life, too.
On 1st and 10, it's down. Calling a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. They go play action now. Jackson, they'll roll him out right.
Oh my fucking God.
Rashad Bateman on the touchdown throw from Lamar Jackson. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
I think it's game over by halftime.
So remember now, this was all set up.
I'm not, no, I don't quit like
That's
that.
what got him this great field position. And then 2 plays later, they're already in the end zone.
Yeah, partner, funny how it works like that, huh? That's a momentum swing.
Oh, man.
Your defense comes off.
I got faith in myself coming back.
Fired up, and it carries over to the other side of the ball.
Firing back to what? A national?
Listen, you only up by 2 touchdowns. I could get that at ease.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
I'm hooking you up.
Right after the touchdown, extend their lead. Now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Oh, good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
Yo!
His hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
And he's missed now his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just
Who you
not
telling?
in this ball game.
Here's 2nd and 10.
I'm start calling him Daniel Dirt.
Back to throw. Jones. Oh, his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 41. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Oh my God. Pick the play!
Behind them have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Play action. Now Jackson. Able to locate Andrews here on the out route.
Oh,
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Yo, the latency on this game right now, man, is so trash.
As they've got it with a 1st and 10.
The latency when you start pushing your buttons and they don't even operate like that. You said you was just pushing X, right?
Yeah.
And your man just stood there doing nothing.
That is caught, Rashad Bateman. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. first down. Sliding out of the pocket. And take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson.
Oh my gosh, this is...
And the Ravens take a 3-touchdown lead. Now Tucker to add the PAT. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And his throw is incomplete.
I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here, trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number one, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number two, if you are going to go for two, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready.
You sure?
Yeah. Yo, the shit not letting me push my buttons.
What?
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here first and 10. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard.
Oh, this old line ain't shit.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Running again with Barkley on second down. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
That ain't gonna happen again.
First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
A first down carry for Barkley.
Yo, this motherfucker can't cut right.
This time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11.
Rita.
Throwing Jones. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
This is some bullshit, yo. It's like he don't. When you want him to throw far, he throws fucking short. When you want him to throw far, he throws short. What the fuck? I said the same thing twice. The fuck, yo.
Same coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you're throwing this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Jackson rolling to his right. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Ravens are able to add on.
Oh my gosh, yo.
So the lanes continue to be there for Lamar Jackson to run that football. That his second touchdown run of the game.
You know what I would like? I'd like for us to be able to go into a defense's room after playing Lamar Jackson and watch the tape and see how much of a
This is bullshit. It ain't even fucking halftime yet.
In any event, Lamar Jackson finds the end zone, doesn't he?
He always seems to, but that's a good point. We sometimes put blame on the
He
defense.
said-
Maybe we just need to praise Lamar Jackson a little bit more.
Here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's
Yeah, he
going
good.
bounds here right at the 20-yard.
It really ain't.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back.
Look, I'm pushing the fucking button!
Coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. At one time, we once we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass.
Yo, he was in the pocket and he ran fucking move.
You got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
No deep balls
I know
here.
conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play, but sometimes you go ahead and try to.
Should have been
They
another
tried to get it
arrow.
all back on that one, weren't able to do so.
Adriana Lima.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
I just killed him.
Patrick Queen got in there to stick him. He gets the sack. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front seven defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
And the Giants will take over possession here up at the 44.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll start out on the ground and Saquon Barkley credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
2nd down, here's Barkley again.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. Now Jones. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
It's like he had him fucking beat.
They're going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down.
Hey, man.
Now it's Jackson. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
16 more on that one and another 1st down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Now Jackson. Touchdown.
That's a beast. I'm a beast.
Now, how do you even fucking catch it?
Final seconds of the first half.
And the Ravens will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Big beast.
Jackson and the Ravens still on the field. They'll go for 2.
Now Jackson, a final shot before break. It's complete, and this is going to be caught. Well, not sure
This is sad.
for 2, but they get it and extend this lead out even further.
On what side of it you're on? It ain't sad for me.
So
No, I know, right?
For a kickoff here, 5 seconds remaining in this
I feel sad
first
for you,
half.
though.
Shit, I feel sad for me.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
I feel sad for me. 35-0, G. Come on, man.
I know, right? I'm trying. Don't worry, I'm trying.
Offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. And they'll indeed start on the ground and run that clock. And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first.
Oh, this is some bullshit.
Here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
I'm scoring now.
Let me get a goose egg.
The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Looking for Shepard deep. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And he's able to get back here to the 43.
I know, right?
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half that's carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
A good start to the drive here. That's coming out on the left side. And all the way in for the Ravens touchdown. Zay Flowers, 43 yards. And the Ravens have taken a 6-touchdown lead. A familiar refrain.
Oh my God, this is like I am not even playing.
Even wider now here in this third quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but...
What the fuck?
Goodness, another interception. Picked off by Marlon.
Did this motherfucker... Yo, did he spin the fuck out of the way?
Would it be Frank CD? This is getting tough to
The nigga spun out the way. Look.
That's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
Look, he on the other side. What the fuck? Look. What is he doing?
But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on, but it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. And quickly, they get to the line. Now Jackson on second down. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. Here comes third and the length of the football. To throw is Jackson. Oh, hit as he played.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Damn, he was a dentist without a license.
Lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They'll
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Dancing to his left.
And Jackson's so tough to stop. He's got a first down, and he gives himself up there at the end.
A short throw caught by Andrews. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be second down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. On second down, here's Jackson. Out to his left.
They set up the screen for Dobbins.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the
This motherfucker gets off the floor looking like he confused.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Steps away.
That block, that block.
And he'll be out of bounds.
Yo, are my players not fucking stopping?
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking.
They just stopping in their tracks like, oh no, I don't want to play no more.
Here's Jackson. Flushed out right.
But that's going to be incomplete.
Oh, he's been fun to watch in this one. He's made the correct reads all game long and helped stake his team a huge lead. Running, passing, he's made all the right decisions. But that wasn't the right read on that one. It falls incomplete.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Oh, I tell you, this game ain't shit.
Let the guys get downfield. But when push came to shove, they stood their ground. And now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
4th down, here's Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert. And they turn it over. The Ravens go for
He said he didn't want it.
And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
The disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point.
Yo, so he just doesn't throw the ball. He just hold on to the ball and say, I'm going to just take the sack. Well, he do that in real life.
Because otherwise, they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive play.
And they're going to sack him again. The 5th time they've gotten him today, and this one results in a safety.
All right, partner, deuce is wild on this sequence. 2 plays, 2 sacks, and now 2 points thanks to the safety. Offensively, there just didn't seem to be much of a plan when they came out on attack. That let the defense create a little chaos up front and set up one of their guys to make a play and get through and record the sack.
Now Jackson on 1st down. Going for Bateman. He's got him on the out route. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson.
That's caught. It's Flowers. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
They just faster than my whole team.
Catches 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Ravens will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they've built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
How the heck do I got 58 points?
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Double digits in each goddamn quarter.
And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
In motion, Slayton. Open target here, Darius Slayton.
He scored.
Now inside the 25.
There goes my goose.
Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton, 76 yards.
About goddamn time.
Giants are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter.
You're a fourth quarter guy. That's
So
why
they
you're a
will
fourth
get
quarter
on
guy.
the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no zero. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No.
At least it wasn't a
Very
shutout.
nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Gano the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
I'm going to hit try.
We've paid this offense plenty of compliments already, but, I mean, they are deserving as they start another series to be leading by this much with so much time left to play.
I ain't played this game in so long, I done forgot how to strip and everything.
It has been, and you have to think to yourself, the preparation that went into this, but the absolute focus.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up through the middle of the field. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Giants touchdown. And at this point, after that return for a touchdown, I guess the only thing is you're asking what else could go wrong.
Not only that, I think that between
Well,
the two,
got two scores.
I believe now it's really over.
Block this.
Extra point try good by Gano as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Devin Duvernay.
Really?
And he will score. Touchdown, Ravens.
I can score that way, too.
Well, they're just having fun. I mean, they are clicking on every single cylinder, offense, defense, and here, special teams.
How about the extension of the lead? This one felt a lot like, you remember
All
Seattle did in
cylinders.
Super Bowl 48, Percy Harvin to start the second half. Seattle was already firmly in control. Now, they feel like they can't be caught.
Yeah, they are firmly in control right now. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And now here's another interception. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And
Yo,
he's gonna
like,
take this one
how you don't
to the
He tried doing that.
37-yard line.
He tried doing that same play he did last time to me.
Why he throw it over his head?
Think of something positive to say for this
Because you hit-
offense,
because
but
you hit the button
I'd have
hard.
to be a spin doctor
You
for
pushed it
that one.
hard.
This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Jackson now. And it's caught. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Justice Hill, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Ravens continue to pour it on here in the 4th. And you wonder now if he might be able to remove the helmet, put on the baseball cap, and watch the rest of this one from the sideline. His 5th touchdown pass of the game.
Say that again. Did you say 5th touchdown pass of the game?
Yes, sir.
But that's a heck of a performance, isn't it? Because they've had no answer for him at all game long. Receivers have been open constantly, and he hasn't missed a single one of them.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But and my goodness, another interception. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
I might well just put on your jersey because
fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller thrown all these interceptions.
I got more completions with you than anything.
For the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap 1.
I scored 35.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability.
And he fucking drops it.
We saw another example of it there. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. The Giants on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game. Here's Jamie Gillen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Oh, trying to gauge the sun, and he muffs it.
I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What do they always say when they're throwing us a ball?
Never seen that before.
Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play, that he didn't have full control.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
I got more sacks than you got completions.
More points. Your sacks is like points. Yeah.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. On the draw, this is Barkley, and they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. 3rd and 19. Looking to throw. Jones.
How the fuck is he dropping it?
Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to depend on the spot.
I think you get
and
it.
they say he's just short. They had to go for it.
Oh, no. I got to challenge that.
The Ravens get the football back and in great shape.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts.
How you gonna call a
Just
timeout?
under 90 seconds.
You can't challenge it.
Oh, that's some fucking bullshit, yo.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Out route to Hill, complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. And they're going to speed things up here. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. A short throw caught by Andrews.
I just jumped over
And
him.
he gets this one
Yeah.
inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Jackson to throw. And he's got it. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Tucker now to add the point after.
Yeah, you might as well go for 2 and get a whole 80.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches.
Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
Jackson and the Ravens still on the field. They'll go for 2.
Jackson following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2. Yeah, the touchdown apparently wasn't enough. They're going to go for the onside kick here. And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game.
And now here's another interception. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens are going to take possession here as they got it at their own 4-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard.
It's like they don't let me get control to move my fucking man.
And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys.
And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong. And this is going to wind up a safety. Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. This is taken at the 10.
Okay, here we go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't.
Good game. Good game. Good game.
Happened during the game. So after after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we sign off.
clean my wood at the house all the time. That boot crack is clean. That boot crack is... Dad, what is all what is you mad about? I thought you went for our son PS5 for his birthday. Oh, and you ain't buy his fucking PS5. Where the money is? Because, man, I have to split that money between all my kids and get everybody something. Your other kids? Yes. I know. I did get something for his birthday, but like, he don't got the PS5 for. Right, but they needed shoes and clothes and everything. Everybody needed something. Alright, but they all needed something, so when I was like, no, but they all needed something. That wouldn't have been fair. I don't know. You're the only baby daddy that's doing stuff for your kid. You're the only baby daddy that's doing stuff for his child and the other people. Bullshit. I'm telling these brothers, baby ass, baby daddies you got. I know. What the fuck can't take care of his own kids? Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
This woman is about to find out what it means to be unrobbed at the pump.
We're gonna take care of your guys.
But while she thinks she is only getting free gas, she has no idea that even security was in on it.
Yep, that's it right there. Now this...
Please tell me, you guys have heard the story about the man in Louisiana who rejected the head surgeon for his kidney transplant because the surgeon was black. Oh, this story is too good. So apparently when the patient found out who his doctor was, he said, and I quote,
"What Elon Musk and Trump just did proves the system is rigged and you're the one paying the price. They got you watching the news, worried about budget cuts, mass firings, and Elon wilding out under Trump. Meanwhile, they quietly dropped a $10 billion fund that gives every American a free $5,800 car. But they trying to..."
We're at the home of the champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Today, longtime foes square off in the NFC East, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Jones looking to throw it on the first play. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play call to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. They'll go to Barkley again. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That one a first down pickup of 8. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Up the middle with Barkley. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Throwing Jones. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Now Jones. That is caught. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And that is well read there defensively. He was looking to use his speed to get the edge, but they said no way. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley.
And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. That's caught. It's Waller. Touchdown, Giants. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Giants will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the first quarter, and they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now, flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive. Maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
right at the 30.
They'll start on the ground with Swift.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Flush to his right. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter.
6-0 our score after 1.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. The man in motion is Brown.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
Out now is the punter, Braden Mann.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got him the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Back to throw. Jones.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 42. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. Jones on 1st and 10. Over the middle, complete. It's Shepard. And he's taken down inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now Jones on 1st down. Short throw, going to be caught by Waller. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. What a play there by Fletcher Cox to get in and knock him down behind the line. On 2nd and goal, Jones. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by the former Giant, James Bradbury. And the Eagles are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. They go play action with Hurts. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
He's got his target. That's complete. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On 1st down, Hurts. That is incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. It's caught, Smith. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will do it for this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. As they begin their second half here, Charles, offensively, not where they want to be, obviously. They're losing in this ball game, but very much within striking distance. We'll see what adjustments they make in the second half.
Is that the old glass half full, half empty type of a deal? Which way do you want to look at it? Because you're right, they're down on the scoreboard, but they're definitely opportunities now, because if they want to go ahead and get going in this one, get back to the running game. I think there are going to be some places to go with it, and I think the offensive line will appreciate the chance to fire out and hit people.
That's a good point, because they virtually had nothing going in the ground game in that first half. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down. Hurts sets up to throw it. And that one into the hands of Brown downfield. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Here's Hurts to throw. And that's incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Hurts. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Giants are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd down. Barkley inside handoff. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Looking to throw. Jones. Oh, trying to fit it into Shepard, but it's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Swift running left. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a 1st and goal. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they had 3 tight ends in on that set.
And these guys are punching really well. I use boxing analogies a lot. A lot of coaches have told me that when you line up to run the football, it's 10 fistfights along the line of scrimmage, right? You've got to win your share. These 3 tight ends, they almost always win their fistfights.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. They'll roll him out right. That's caught at the 2. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Albert O punching it in from a yard away. And the Eagles have taken the lead here this 3rd quarter. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And he's got it as the lead is now 10-6. the touchdown. Here's Elliott on to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys,
Oh, my God.
we need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you're looking at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big third down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on fourth. They're going to try and throw.
Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked up by the former Giant, James Bradbury.
And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives, and you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field.
And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure what he sees down the field, Brandon. I don't know if he's seeing ghosts. I don't know if he just can't read defenses. I'm not sure what it is, but that's why he's frustrated. Think about the defense right now. Every time they run on the field, they've gone from hoping to intercept a pass to expecting to intercept passes. Their confidence at an all-time high right now.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
63.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. This is Smith with a grab. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Swift is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Sometimes offensive can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
They'll try to run with Swift.
And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone.
Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. Past midfield, look out. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Giants.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. Gano the extra point, and this is back to a 5-point game. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Gano out to kick this one away.
takes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Now Robinson, the motion man right. Here's a fake on the jet sweep as they go instead with Barkley. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Back to throw. Jones. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
He playing the time. He playing the time.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Sliding out of the pocket. He's got his man on the crossing route.
These guys certainly not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts.
How did he fucking move?
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stop down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
He ain't put his hand up. He ain't do shit.
It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. The Eagles in the victory formation as they take a knee. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The carry here for the big tight end. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Obviously, Charles, such an important, well-executed touchdown, and that caps off what has been a strong second half. Remember, they trailed at halftime.
And how about the response? That's the type of thing that every team talks about before a season begins. Don't worry about the scoreboard at the half. Let's play strong in the second and come out and take the fight to our opponent. They did exactly that, and now they have the lead to show for it.
Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. This is 1st and 10. Here's Jones. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but they've been a good...
Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second.